Welcome back to Detail Garage. In this series, we have a used Porsche Boxster here in the shop. Now the owner brought it in straight from the dealership. Obviously the car got some kind of contamination, some kind of overspray, bird droppings all over the front end of the vehicle. It's fairly dirty and it has a few things throughout the car that the owner noticed after the fact. After he took the car home, he began to notice little things around the vehicle that he wasn't too happy about. So on the front end here, there's some things like minor buff marks, minor scratches around the car. The interior leather needs some attention. There's some scratches on the dashboard. The convertible top needs some work, and the car is just dirty. So we're going to start off any full detail like we would with a wash. Now we're going to do a thorough wash, but one that's easy to do for any enthusiast to do at home on the weekends. So we're going to use normal tools that any enthusiast detailer will have in the garage. We're just going to use normal 2-bucket wash. We're going to use a hose nozzle and a foam gun to add extra lubrication without scratching any of the sensitive paint that we have on the car. Now we're going to start off the wash with the wheels because the wheels are the dirtiest part of the car and we don't want to mix and match any of this dirt around the vehicle as we're washing it. So we're going to use a separate bucket, brushes and soap just for the wheels. We're not going to touch any of the paintwork with that abrasive brake dust. So I'm going to start by rinsing down the wheel just to get any of the loose contamination off and to see what I'm working with here. Now I'm spraying the face of the wheel, the tire, and into the barrel to knock off any of the dirt and filth. I'm also going to spray down the fender well to clean out the fender liner as well. Now I'll move in. So we knocked off a lot of the loose brake dust, but there's still a lot of grime on the inside of the barrel. We're going to try to take down all this brake dust using Diablo Wheel Gel. Now, if you're washing your car week to week, even if your car spits out a lot of thick, heavy-duty brake dust, Diablo Wheel Gel is going to take it down very easily, and it's going to be very gentle, so you're not going to damage any wheel coatings or wheel wax you have on the face of the alloys. So now if you clean your wheels week to week with a gentle soap like Diablo, you won't have to resort to heavy-duty degreasers or wheel acids to take down brake dust that just won't come off. Now it's safe to use Diablo on any wheel parts like metal rims, the face of the wheel, and even rubber tires, brake parts, and suspension components. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Hybrid V7 car wash soap into my wheel bucket. I'm just going to add 2 ounces to help me lubricate all the brushes so I don't scratch any wheel surfaces. It'll help me remove the dirt quickly and easily. Now while I let the Diablo kind of work on the brake dust and loosen it from the surface, I'm going to take a long-handled fender well brush, just scrub down the inside of the fender liner, just to remove any dirt, filth, mud, loose tar that might have got kicked up in here. So there's no extra dirt or filth in here to distract the eye away from these beautiful wheels. All right. Now to clean the inside of the barrel, I like to use either some kind of a long wheel brush that'll reach inside around the caliper or a wheel woolly. It's nice synthetic microfiber, holds tons of soapy suds, and helps you clean deep into the barrel so you can see all the way through the inside of the wheel. Fits right around brake calipers. They come in multiple sizes, so even if you have a smaller wheel setup, you can easily fit inside and clean just about any type of wheel. After a few spokes, I'll come back at extra soapy suds, rinse away the dirt and grime, and continue to clean. Obviously, this step is a little extreme. Not every enthusiast or everybody washing their car will want to be cleaning the inside of the wheels, but for the person who wants to see all the way through the inside of the wheel, this is a great step to do. Make sure your wheels look great. Now to clean the face of the wheel, I'm going to use a soft flag tip wheel cleaning brush. Just scrub down the face. I'm going to get the rim here and all the sides of the spokes all the way down to the hub. Let's go around just like before. After I've done a few spokes, just rinse off the brush, get some extra suds, and come back in to keep cleaning. But just to help me get into any of the harder to reach nooks and crannies and the crevices around the face of the wheel, I'm going to use a Best detailing brush. It has fine, densely packed goat hair bristles so I can come in and clean around the lug nuts. I can clean inside hard to reach areas like the brake calipers just to help them look their very best, just like they're fresh out of the factory. You can also get into areas like around the valve stem where your larger brushes just don't reach. Now finally, this step is also optional, but if you like to put dressing or some tire shine on your tires, make them look extra brand new, extra shiny, or with a nice matte sheen, you want to clean off any of the cheesy dressing that you got on the tires at your local car wash or at the dealership. So I like to take a stiff blue bristle brush and just scrub the rubber. Take off any old dressing and any extra dirt that's going to block my fresh dressing from sticking. There we go. Now once you're done loosening and agitating all the dirt from the surface, go ahead and pull back and rinse off the wheel to check your work. Just like that, you can see this wheel is a lot cleaner. We took off all the extra dirt, grime, any brake dust that was sticking on the wheel. It looks brand new, all the way through the inside, the brake caliper, tire, and even into the wheel well. Now I have 3 more wheels to do, but I like to start with the wheels because I don't want to spray down the whole car and have that water sitting on it, especially if I'm outside in the sun, and then clean the wheels last while the water's drying all over the paint, leaving water spots. So I like to clean the wheels first, get them out of the way, and not have to worry about getting any water spots in the paint. So I'm going to do the other 3 wheels, then we're going to move on to cleaning the paintwork to prep the car for any extra detailing on the convertible top or to do any polishing that we have to do around the car to get rid of little scars and scratches that the car picked up at the dealership. Now moving along with a full detail on this Porsche, we're going to wash the rest of the vehicle. We're going to wash the paintwork, the glass, and everything else around the car to get rid of all the dirt so we can assess the condition of the paintwork and get to any clay bar steps and any polishing that we need to do. Now today I'm going to do a normal 2-bucket car wash method, and I'm going to use the dirt trap. Now this is a wash bucket insert. You put it all the way down at the bottom of the bucket and it acts as a filter. So each of these tiny funnels channels dirt down underneath the screen, but the smaller opening at the bottom helps trap dirt underneath it. It makes it harder for the dirt to float back up. So as you dunk your wash mitt in, none of that dirt that you knock down and scrub out at the bottom can contaminate your water, end up back on the paintwork, and install any extra swirls or scratches as you clean the vehicle. Now, they come in multiple colors. I'm just using the green one for my soap bucket, and I'll use the red one for my rinse bucket. You can use any system you want as long as you keep it straight to avoid cross-contamination. Now, I'm going to use the Hybrid V7 car wash soap. I'm just going to add 2 ounces in my soap bucket here. And I also have my Torque Foam Blaster foam gun. If you don't have a full-blown pressure washer, and you don't have a foam cannon, you can use a foam gun to keep up with the professionals, add extra soapy suds to avoid installing any swirls or scratches on your paintwork. Now it's a 32-ounce capacity solution tank. I fill it up with water first, then just add 1 to 3 ounces of soap to suit the cleaning needs. There we go. Now I'm also using the Ultimate Chenille 2-sided microfiber car wash sponge. Now this sponge has a Chenille microfiber side to pick up any dirt and grime, hold it away from the surface, not in scratch, and a soft microfiber bug scrubber side. Now it has a elastic strap so you can move it all around the vehicle without dropping it. Very important because you don't want to drop it on the ground, pick up any rocks, and scratch your paint with it. Now this is a brand new mitt. All of the brand new mitts and towels from Chemical Guys come with a little paper tag. Just make sure you rip that off so you don't drag it on your paint, install any extra scratches. I'll start by activating the suds in my foam bucket. Now I'm going to rinse down the car. I'm going to see if I can take off any of this loose contamination, any of the loose dirt and grime, help soften up anything that's stuck on the paint before I add foam and start wiping the car down with a mitt. Now you always want to start by rinsing the vehicle from the top to the bottom. You notice that I'm avoiding the convertible top. I don't want to heavily saturate this fabric top with water we're going to do a separate convertible top cleaning process later on using specialty products. So I'm just going to leave that be, work around it as I clean the vehicle. There we go. So we've taken out a lot of the looser contamination that was stuck up here on the hood. We still have a lot of stuff that's stuck on, so we're going to take that off gently with a wash mitt. Now you'll notice this nozzle I'm using is actually a part of the Torque Foam Blaster foam gun. It uses a quick release clip here in the front to snap right onto the foam gun. So now it turns a normal wash nozzle into a foaming foam gun. So I'm going to add some extra foam onto the vehicle and tune the dial to produce the perfect amount of foam for this car wash. Now I'm going to pre-saturate all the dirt on the car and heavier contamination first before I start wiping with a mitt. I'm just going to give this a couple minutes to dwell on the paint, loosen and soften any of the stuck on grime and dirt. So when I come in and wipe with a mitt, it's going to be extra gentle for an extra safe car wash. Now for most of the time, this is actually enough lubrication, enough protection to then begin wiping and washing the car with your wash mitt and your soap solution and the 2-bucket car wash method. But for extra sensitive paint surfaces, you want to be very gentle whenever you clean and wipe the paintwork. Now I'm going to spray the foam gun directly into the wash mitt with every wipe. That's going to help me add the maximum amount of lubrication with every wipe, so I have the lowest chances of installing any swirls or scratches. There we go. This is extra gentle and extra safe for even the most sensitive paint finishes. Now again, you start from the top of the car and work your way down. Now after I've done a pass with the wash mitt, I've basically saturated this whole surface with dirt and grime. I'm going to come to my second bucket filled with plain wash water and scrub the mitt directly on the dirt trap surface. And that pushed all the dirt down underneath it. I'm going to take the wet wash mitt, wring it out, knock out any of the extra dirt that was stuck on the outside. Now I have a totally clean mitt ready to go for another pass. I'll come back, reattach it, get some extra suds, and continue to wash the car in the same exact way. Now moving the car inside, it's time to dry it. We need to take off all this water without any extra swirls or scratches. Over 95% of swirls and scratches actually come from the owner of the car washing and drying it improperly. So to help us be extra gentle on the paintwork, I have a couple extra premium, extra soft and fluffy microfiber towels with a silk banded edge. This is going to help reduce any chances of installing any scratches on the vehicle. Now I have the extra large Miracle Dryer towel. I folded it in half because the way that I'm going to dry this car, I'm actually going to lay it on the surface and just pat it dry. This is going to help me absorb the bulk of the water, all the big droplets on the surface, without dragging the towel and adding any extra friction. So just by patting dry, I'm being extra gentle on the surface. Now to finish off any streaks and any bits of standing water that are left on the surface, I'm actually going to switch to a smaller towel and I'm going to use some afterwash. Afterwash is a specialty drying agent. It's going to help break down any extra leftover water spots and add extra lubrication with every final wipe. That way when I come in with a smaller towel, I can just buff away any streaks to reveal a perfectly clean and perfectly dry surface. Now you want to flip your towel, make sure you have a fresh edge all the time. There we go. Now you see perfect clarity in the clean paintwork. So I'm going to go ahead, dry off all of the paint and glass. I'll use separate towels on the wheels at the very end just to make sure I don't cross-contaminate my towels, get any abrasive brake dust in my nice microfiber towel. So I'm going to dry the car using this special 2-towel method. So now we're done with a full prep wash on this Porsche Boxster. Now that we've removed all the contamination and filth from the outside of the vehicle, we can see the true condition of the paintwork, and it's going to need a lot of extra care and attention. So stay tuned for the upcoming installments of Detail Garage. If you have any more questions about the products that we use in today's video, check them out on the Chemical Guys website. Links are right below in the description. If you want more top detailing tips and tricks from the professionals, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have over 900 videos showing you how to do just about anything. You got a nice car, let's keep it clean with Chemical Guys.